What's up, everybody? Um, it is cold as shit today. It is supposed to be like single degrees all day, like high of 8, low of 3. Well, I'm going, well, your low of 3 is already wrong because it's nothing right now. Um, but I kind of had this thought in my mind, uh, and as you can tell from right down here, is I'm pushing it close. Um, I uh I had a thought about this lady here,
Stop
and I'm sure you've seen her before.
spending your money on stupid shit.
And I always find it funny that you have someone like this like stop spending your money on stupid shit, and it is at least marginally decent advice. Why is it after every single one of these you get some funny shit?
It's the motherfucking DRE. Dr. Dre, motherfucker.
I mean, I mean, why is it always something fun? So I think that really kind of shows that there's this severe divide line amongst everybody, and yeah, in by and large, spending your money on stupid shit, as Mel Robbins put it, is is really going to start taking care of yourself later down the line, things like that. But why is there so much fun shit, man? Um, and I had this thought to talk about this today, simply because of Baldur's Gate 3. And if you've heard me talk about it, I've said one thing about that game, and that is Karlach is the best. And what's funny is like Karlach with Clive, and I'm like, who the hell is Clive? Did I miss something? Did I miss something from my girl to try and do more for her? I'm like, um, because she's easily the best part of that game. Um, I know some people would say that Shadow Heart's number one, and I get it because my first time through, I went the Shadow Heart route. Um, but as soon as I picked up Karlach, I went, "You are not relegated to the back seat, you strange goth bitch." And it's been Karlach ever since, and Karlach's the best. You can't tell me otherwise. And for anyone that says, "Well, Astarion," no, Astarion sucks. Um, I have a lot of respect for the voice actor, but I can't stand that dude. The dude sucks. Uh, First time through, I never used him ever for any reason. Um, until it got to one part where there was this one chick that wanted to have him bite her so that she could become a vampire, and he's like, "No, I'm not gonna do it." And I was like, "Well," he said no. Throw him back to camp and grabbed Will and kept going. Second playthrough where it was romance Karlach. When I first met him, fought him and killed him. He doesn't actually die, but yeah, his little part in the camp is all disheveled and torn down. And I'm going, couldn't care less. And I left Gale in the thing in the wall. I was like, didn't really use you either. You can go away. Um, and Lae'zel's okay, but I just I don't know that that kind of attitude when it comes to a character. I was going, you could you could piss right off. And I know I've heard people talk about how Will is boring, but I'm going, you got to get Will and Karlach together. They pretty much start together, keep them together, because their paths tend to run parallel at one point, and it's actually kind of a neat little story. Anyway, uh, This whole video is about what dumb shit do you spend your money on. Um, some of you know that I try to dabble. Um, I wish I would have kept going with it, but yeah, things happen. But I am working on trying to do a Sylvanas statue that a friend of mine gifted to me shortly before Christmas. I unfortunately have not done anything with that thing in over a month. I haven't touched any of my paints in over a month. And I've got a ton of shit to do. Hang on. Ugh. Been fighting with a UTI for over a week now. And last couple of days it's been messing with me. Like, I don't know, sometimes I feel like I can't breathe, and then I wake up and I'm going, okay, it's time to take this thing off. And usually in my head is like, okay, it's later in the morning. I need to make sure that, I'm not breathing in just regular old air and my CPAP's going right. Yeah, no, it was, I took it off, fell asleep for a few more hours, which is why my voice sounds funny and why I'm having a runny ass nose, because shit's all messed up. Anyway, yeah. So now I got other things. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this one. Sylvanas was my favorite in WoW. I always thought she was kind of interesting, except from the very beginning. She was just sort of I don't know, like a weird off character. She just kind of had this black robe and she sat over in the corner and didn't really do much. But then as they slowly evolved her character, I was like, she is badass. And she is my favorite. Beyond, oh God. I keep wanting to say Illithid, but it's not Illithid. Son of a bitch. The big wig guy. You're not prepared. No, whatever the hell his name is. I always thought he was cool too, and pretty much the both of them were, our idea is right, our method is wrong, and they're going to be destroyed for it. I'm like, well, that's just dumb. So anyway, obviously y'all know that I got shit ton of comic books. I was going through my my stuff, and I thought it was interesting. Many years ago, I can't say many, but a few years ago, I had my roommate at the time ask what's my goal for it, and I probably said this before, so if you've heard it again, sorry. And I didn't really know what my goal was, and so I started going, well, I should probably have a goal. And my first goal, so the Amazing Spider-Man Volume 1, I am working to try and get from 100 to current. Right now, my previous goal was 192 to current, which got achieved, I think it was 2 years ago. And now I am, what is it? Yeah, 179 to 100. So there's 79 issues. And I am working on getting those filled in. If there's a little notation behind it, means that I have like 183, but it's in rough condition. I have 185, but it's in rough condition. Like I would like to get those upgraded to where it would be like 169, where it's a 1 and rough, to where if I've got a 1 on there, then I know it's a condition I'm proud to have, or it doesn't look bad. 194 is my 11,000th issue. And yeah, I've got some good friend of mine, Juan. I got a lot of double digits from him, and Kick gave me my lowest issue until I got 22. But yeah, my goal now is to get all triple digited issues. This, if you remember, a few years ago, I did an unboxing for my birthday, and I pulled that 122, which is still insane to me that I have that issue right now. 101's going to be rough, and we all know the one that needs to fit right after here, 129, is going to be rough. Looking more and more like it's going to be downright impossible. But another one I had done was go through excuse me, it's 235 to current on Hulk, and not just Incredible Hulk, but I did all of Standard Hulk too, except for like some of the offshoots and whatnot. But like all the volume ones, all of these, yep, I got those, and I kept going with those. I just thought it would be kind of cool that from 235 on, and this one's still going, but from 235 was the month and year I was born. So I thought it would be cool to have all of those issues from the time I've been around until the time I'm no longer around. I just thought it'd be kind of cool to have those issues. And then you start working backwards, and you just go, I wonder how far back I can get. So what am I at? 200. I got 200 to the end, and then it's 199 to 101. Gonna be rough, but for the most part, in this entire everything, I have the hard ones. Since I picked them up, they've gone up significant in price, but yeah. Another goal I'm going for is essentially the first 19 issues of Invincible. I have 18. 18 I found for cheap. The thing that sucks is when you get through the first 19 for Invincible, people want about $50 per issue. Well, they're not worth that much. If I get them closer to like 20, 30, I'll pick them up for 20 to 30. And number one, like back from 2002, is really only around 600 to 700, but people want like $2,000 for it. And I'm going, no, I'm not going $2,000 for that when my $2,000 is reserved for Amazing Spider-Man 129. So that's where that stands. I'm not 100% certain that I'll end up with 129. I have some facsimiles of it, but it's gonna be tough to get. That much I know for sure. But I mean, we'll see how it goes. A couple years back, there was a chance that I could get one of two, and I know I dropped a couple $100 trying to get some from the guy, and Navi dropped a couple hundred. Got some issues that I didn't have, but that was probably the best chance that I had to get one for a decent price. And now it's just, I don't know, a lot of those things have kind of taken a back seat. Like looking through a lot of these as I go, it's a lot of things to where I remember when I worked at a bookstore and trying to educate them on, you guys can make some good money from these things if you actually just take some time to pay attention to what the hell's going on. And I had started to get a reputation of, if you go in there and you want to sell some comics, make sure you talk to Mike. He'll treat you right. And they were 100% true. I wasn't going to shortchange you, but I wasn't going to give you 90% value either. It would always be fair, to where it'd be fair for them, fair for the store. And kind of really bummed that I lost that job. I would have loved to have kept it as like a part-time thing. But anyway, it was definitely nice having that reputation that I'd take care of you. And it was something I took a lot of pride in. And yeah, I don't know how long I intend to make this one with everything that's going on with my sinuses right now and the fact that I can barely even freaking talk. I'll probably cut this one way short. So on some cases, I'm sorry. In other cases, you're welcome. But yeah, some of these would just be sitting in that bookstore for so long that nobody wanted. And I'd go, well, there's some cool covers, or there's enough to where you could start reading some of it. So, I'll take it for next to nothing. And that's what I did on a lot of them. And they would have these sort of tent sales. And I was told that there was some comics out there I may want to go take a look at. And I ended up taking a long box out of there of probably about, I want to say it was close to 100 comics. I was like, I'll just take this one and this one and this one and this one and this one. And that's where I got Amazing Spider-Man 238. At least I'm almost positive that's the one it is. Might be 235. Nope, 238. And it was the first appearance of Hobgoblin. That was said all comics were 25 cents, so I grabbed any and everything that I was like, I've never seen this before, or this looks cool, or this is a character I like, and I grabbed a bunch. And I want to say I spent like $35 on this long box. And when I found out that 238 was in there, that essentially got for 12.5 cents. And it's a couple $100. That's some of the luck that I had from it. Had people come in that I could bargain with or meet up with later just to kind of see what they had, shit like that. And I got some really good issues. Nice thing was that they would all haggle, or there would be people that would come in that they would go, I don't think that this person really was offering me something true to value. So they get a hold of me, and we'd meet up at the nearby Breadco or Panera, whatever the hell you want to call it. And I'd go through and I go, well, I'll give you this for it. Well, that's better than what they were doing. Got 361. I got one of my first appearances of Carnage. And the 2 issues after that, I want to say for like $20. Even had a guy come up and have some pictures of some stuff that he had, and he had a 300, which was on my radar for a long time. And I still remember the back cover came in and was folded. Like it went from here on a crease up to here. And he charged me $150 for it. And I was like, yeah, but it's got this crease, man. He goes, that's with the crease. I go, $125. I go, because this is a pretty solid crease. Like it could come out, but I'm gonna probably have to spend like $30 just to get someone to knock this out. He's like, all right, done. So I was giddy as hell that I ended up getting that 300 because I knew that one was gonna take a leap after a little while. But yeah. Anywho, I want to know what dumb shit you guys spend money on. What's some fun things that you pick up? You know, last week I showed you that goofy ass hat, and it's still something that I love dearly to this day. It's so damn fun. You know, there's all kinds of stuff just floating around here. Hopefully one of these days I'll have my own place and all of this background will change and be able to do a tour of all the goofy shit that I got and all that other kind of stuff. And I have other ideas for videos, but gotta wait to have a place to do them. But yeah, I want to know what you guys do. What do you collect? What's the dumb shit you spend money on? If you could do a video reply, do a video reply. If you just want to type it out too, that's great. But I'm just curious. Yeah, I'm gonna go stop talking because I can feel the back of my throat hating me every time I try and pronounce words. So y'all be safe, stay warm if you're in the St. Louis area because it is officially nothing degrees right now. And yeah, you know it's bad whenever I got pants on. Y'all have a great one. Be safe.